What's up, guys? We have made it back to St. Mark's. We left the house. It was pretty chilly. I'm really surprised now, but we're down here in t-shirts. Beautiful afternoon. You want to say hi?
Hi.
We got some kids this time. Full load. 4 young men in their prime. Today we're going to go out and check the crab traps. Got some live shrimp here to let the boys catch some fish. And we're really looking forward to having a nice afternoon on a Saturday. Maybe getting some big claws. I know my son is fixated on hopefully catching a sheep's head today. But the crew here, 4 strong. There's the last man. All right. Yeah. Colossal claws are in our future. And we will check in momentarily. Show a little bit of the landscape around here. So beautiful. All a national wildlife refuge. I don't exactly know how big it is, but can't even build houses on it. Right here, 30 minutes from Tallahassee, you got natural beauty. In a lot of ways, reminds me of the Everglades, where I spent about 20 years fishing before I moved up to North Florida. It's really pretty here. These traps have been sitting now for like 2.5 months. Oh, it's so nasty. We got those ropes on there too. Yeah, that one. Oh. All right, here we are rolling up on trap number 2. Carlos with the hook, Brian with the gloves. And I've got to try to multitask here and send this boat in the right direction. All right, we're coming up on it. Use the boat hook to grab the trap. And then the second man got to pull it. Brian gets the real fun job of touching that rope. Coming up, trap number 2. Come on, be some crabs in this one. Blank again. Alright, we're rolling up on buoy number 3 for this spot. Hopefully this will be the lucky one. Alright, Carlos. Good to hook. Alright, trap number 3 is going to be the lucky one. This is going to be it. I can feel it. It's not going to be blank. Something's moving in there. Sounding very flounder? No way! No way! And Glenny Glore? Is that a Oh, remoras. Oh, that's first.
That is the first.
All right, so I'm here with Evan and Brody, and we've got a baby stone crab that we caught in the stone crab trap. And unfortunately, the entire size of that crab is maybe what, like ½ an inch? And it's just not going to qualify as a keeper today. Or any day for that matter. But we're getting the boat washed up and we're gonna go to the next spot. Hopefully it'll be the load. All right, we finally have achieved a stone crab. Let's see if he's a keeper. Oh, he looks like maybe that one side will go. Let's get the gauge. So we are crabbing and the birds know it. So we've got quite our own little club flying around the boat. You know, we got out here and I thought it was going to be rough. It's actually beautiful.
Where are they going now?
All right, this is the one, fellas. This is the one. Big boys. Yeah, that's some big boys. Now, that is a nice one right there.
Oh my gosh.
Finally, this is what we were after. Why couldn't this have happened on all 9 traps? I mean, seriously.
Oh!
Oh! Just a little bit big. Just a little bit big. Oh, those are both keeper claws. That's a nice one. Yeah. Yeah, look at the size of this crab.
Chance's horse.
Yeah. Yeah. So cool and awesome. We're definitely going to eat him.
Oh my
That crab's
God.
like, I
Yeah.
want to be eaten.
Yeah, way to go.
Dude, that is
All right.
a massive claw.
All right, Bryce, show us the break.
Oh, that thing's huge.
So we do like a little twisting method. I know there's some better ways to get this thing to come off, but if you kind of twist it, he'll eventually just drop his claw off.
Nice and gentle.
Yeah, nice and gentle. You don't want to rip too much of the guts out when that claw breaks off.
Yeah.
It's not too good for the crab. There we go. Nice clean break. Good one, Bri. Look at that size of that. All right, so Brian has a glove on. It's kind of hard to tell, but look at that in my palm. Okay? That is a giant, awesome crab claw. And the other side's really not that bad either.
No, it's not.
No, it's very respectable. Yes. Dude, way to be lucky.
Safety first.
Way to be lucky. Way to be lucky. Look at that. Look at that. Bada boom. Hey, this claw alone would probably cost you like $25 in a restaurant. One claw.
Number 2.
All right, number 2. Nice ones. Yes. All right, I want to know what everybody's favorite part of today was.
Feeding the seagulls. Feeding the seagulls.
That was definitely a good one. What about you, Chance?
And seeing the big giant crab.
Oh yeah, I love the crab too. What about you, Harry?
Catching the 3 big crabs.
Yes, that was definitely the best part. Yes, kids on boats. Made it back to Shields Marina. For those of you that haven't seen it, formidable marina. Works great. Boys are on the dock. And we are wrapped up for the day. Tide is super high, so getting the boat out of the water might be a little interesting. It's been a great day. Nobody got hurt. Everybody had a good time. It's just really nice. Smooth ride home. And we decided on the way back to support one of the local commercial fishermen in St. Mark's. Bought a nice red snapper, a couple extra claws. Gonna cook it out, have a really nice dinner. We'll definitely get some footage of that in a couple of minutes. And I think we're just gonna deep fry that snapper. I don't know, I'm just a sucker for it. I mean, I love fish, all kinds of fish, raw fish, everything. I mean, but fried snapper just has a special place in my heart. So I'm excited. I'm gonna go get that oil going and get it warmed up and get this fish cleaned up and go from there. For the reveal. So, as we said, supporting local business in St. Mark's. Look at these beautiful claws. Another gorgeous bag. These are jumbos, by the way. Oh yeah, dump those ones out because those ones are the ones we caught today. Nice. All right, and then again, gotta support these guys. A nice red snapper. Gonna fry that up tonight. All right, why don't you show them the big claw, or both of the big claws? Nice. All right, so in the video, when we normally trap, you know, my job is to drive the boat and get it close, and if we get any crabs in the trap, I'm the measurement guy. And so in the videos, you always saw it cut out because I was going to grab the ruler. But I do want to show you all how to measure these stone crab claws. A, because you need to know how to do it if you want to stay legal, and B, because they actually just changed the rules this October. So, traditionally, if you were measuring stone crabs, you could buy a gauge like this. This one's one side for lobster tails and the other side for crab claws. This is my son's ruler from school. You could use a tape measure. Really, anything will work, but you have to know what dimension of the crab to actually measure. And let's go over that right now real quick. So you measure the claws, and I've got two here. One that, is maybe a keeper, kind of hard to eyeball it, and one that's obviously a keeper. It's the size of my entire hand. So if we use the old gauge here, what we do is we put it on the bottom edge of the bottom of the claw. So his top piece that moves is up here. It's on the bottom section. And it needs to be longer than the end of the gauge. So you see this one's way over. This one right here, just barely over, not so far off. And if we use the ruler, you can see what the actual lengths are on this thing. So this one's just a little over 3-inch, and this one's a gigantor 4-inch bottom section. So, you can measure them any way you want with whatever tool you want. You just want to be confident in the measurement. Don't want to be like splitting hairs and keeping it if it seems like it's just a little bit short. But here's the change. So among a few other changes that FWC implemented, the biggest one, at least for us that are recreationally doing this, is that the crab claws used to be 2 3/4 measurement. They are now 2 7/8 measurement. So if you've got an old school crab gauge like this one, you may want to cut it or get a new one because this is measured at 2 3/4. If you're measuring with any type of tool, just remember 2 7/8. You can always check all the regulations on the FWC website, but I highly encourage anybody who's going to get into this recreationally to check those maybe even before you go each trip, because they have been changing a lot the last few years. So that's how we measure the stone crab claws. We got a nice bag left over still from this weekend, and hopefully this helps you guys get out there and catch some of these on your own. All right, so we did not catch this red snapper, but it is delicious looking. And I mean, I know it's kind of redundant, but we're just going to do it the same way we've done in some of the past videos here. And I'm going to show you the ingredients just in case you haven't seen those past videos, but they're very simple. Flour, eggs, breadcrumbs, and the fish literally just goes through those ingredients in that order and then into the hot oil. Over here, we have what we actually did catch today, which are the stone crab claws. They've gone into that water. Did you salt that water, Courtney?
Nope.
Okay, so we didn't salt the water this time.
Splash of vinegar and fresh water.
Splash of vinegar with fresh water. Normally we salt the water, so I mean we're just trying experiments. We've never tried the vinegar. I actually saw that on a different YouTube video, so we're going to try that out. And we'll see how it goes. They look wonderful. Our method has always been to boil these for 11 minutes and then ice bath them in ice for 10 minutes. Thank you, Mom, for that recipe. Courtney is taking apart the fish over here.
So what I'm doing is I'm just going through. This fresh of a red snapper, you can probably eat the bloodlines. It hasn't sat for but 24, maybe less hours.
Yeah, the commercial guy we bought it from said he caught it yesterday.
But because it's so fresh, I want it to be fresh. And see, even going through, I'm feeling a bone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through.
This is what I call the kitchen clean.
And just clean it up a little bit. It gives a better end result. So then what I want to do is make sure there's no bones. And then I kind of want to put it into some great frying portions, keeping in mind that I still want a nice bit of fish to the breadcrumb ratio, but I don't want them to take too long to fry that they burn the breadcrumbs. So a piece like this and this turns out to be the best portion.
I'm pretty sure we haven't told you yet to put some milk in the scrambled eggs, not cooked. So you need to roll them in the flour, and then you can put them in the eggs, and then you can put them right here. And if you have like a little plate to put the fish on, and then when it's all done, you can put it on something to bake on. Then you have delicious fish.
So bear with me, we're gonna make some sauce. 2 different ones actually, one for the stone crabs that we're having, and one for the grouper, the fried grouper that you watched me and Charlotte make. So the first one is actually something I learned when I was a kid, and it's the easiest cocktail sauce you've ever seen. You could totally jazz it up if you want. Any kind of ketchup that you like, and it's gonna be a 1-to-1 ratio. So you're gonna fill a bowl with ketchup, almost as much ketchup as you have. You want as much horseradish sauce. So just the fresh ground. You find it in the refrigerator section of most any grocery stores. So you just put in a ton. I feel like you can't have too much. You almost want it to be a pink, light pink sauce. And it's so perfect with the fresh grouper. I feel like the vinegar and the spice just balances the fried fish out. And then the next one has a few more ingredients, but it's just as easy. So you want to take mayonnaise, any mayonnaise that you like. And the portion that you're going to use is like 2/3 mayonnaise, maybe, yeah, like 2/3. And we're going to add some steak sauce, just a little taste of it. Again, it kind of cuts the mayonnaise, brings in like garlic elements and all of the umami flavors, and then a splash or 2 of Worcestershire. And then this is all going to be the taste. So at the end, we'll taste it, but my favorite part of this dip, and you want to almost do half the amount of Dijon that you did to mayonnaise. And the Dijon is really what makes this sauce exceptional. I'm gonna use a little kid spoon. You want to mix it up. You can add some paprika to it if you want. You can add some hot sauce, which I might add, just kind of depends. But the great part about sauces is you just stick with the flavor profile. If you feel like you want more of one flavor, you just add a little bit more, whatever you're feeling. It's so good. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more steak sauce. And I am gonna add some hot sauce. Actually, I think I'm gonna get the Tabasco. Just a couple shakes. This is really good on sandwiches. I think I'm gonna add a little more Dijon. And that's the thing with this sauce, you just kind of add it. I feel like every time I make it, it's a little different, but oops. All right, let's see what it's like now. If you're really feeling a lemon, you can add some lemon or lime. It's perfect. You can't go wrong with the Dijon. It really is what makes this sauce. I'll show it later when we're slathering it on. I can't eat stone crabs without it. It just makes them taste amazing. And that's it. So easy. 2 sauces. You can make fish sandwiches with both of these sauces. You can make leftovers with them. So if you have leftovers, save the sauces. You put it on a toasted ciabatta, some fried fish. And mixing them is actually really good too.
All right, we got all this food and we are about to eat it now. That's perfect. That's perfect.
I'm gonna try this one.
Yummy.
I was just giggling at Daddy.